Here at the LegaSea and Reptarium, we have hundreds of different kinds of animals, and some of these have been around for millions of years. That got me thinking. Let's go look at some of the oldest animals that we have here. Let's get started with poison dart frogs. These guys here have been around for 40 million years. That's crazy. Some really cool facts is that they have really bright, amazing colors, and those are used to warn off predators. Also, the crazy thing about their poison is it's been known to kill up to 10 humans from the poison collected from one frog. And look at over there. Oh my gosh, I can see one right there. These ones are pretty small, so sometimes they hide a lot and are hard to find, but look at how cute they are. And the thing I love about these is the fact that they're very vocal. So they will fill the whole reptarium with all these crazy sounds when they're breeding, and that happens quite a lot here. And be sure to stay tuned to the end because we're gonna show you the oldest animal that we have here at the LegaSea Reptarium. This thing dates back 600 million years. We're at the look downs. These are such cool fish, definitely one of Brian's fan favorites. These have been around for 50 to 55 million years. A super cool feature that these guys have is they're super thin. So when they turn at a certain angle, they can almost become invisible to predators or anything. My favorite part about these guys is their little angry looking faces. I feel like I can relate to them, that they feel like they're having a hard day. And now we're over here with our African bullfrog, Son of Sam. This guy is truly amazing. The coolest thing about these guys is they've been around 40 to 60 million years. Now males get a lot bigger. They can get upwards of 4 pounds a piece. That's a big frog. They also are very cool because they've been known to aggressively defend their little baby tadpoles. They will literally eat anything. That was one of the fun facts I love to share with kids. If it goes in front of its mouth, it's gonna eat it. That means bug, rodent. Honestly, if I stuck my finger too close to his mouth, he would try to eat that too. It's so crazy too, because you think he would be slimy, but honestly, he kind of feels like plastic. It's really weird. He's so cute. Next up are Leachianus geckos. Now you guys know these are definitely one of my favorites, and it's crazy how long these guys have been around. 60 million years. That is insane. But also look at them. They're so cool. They are definitely the largest of the gecko family. Another amazing fact is how they can actually communicate with each other. They do different series of barks or squeaks with each other. It's super cute. If you've never heard it, you gotta look it up. You know what's so crazy is these guys actually weren't the largest geckos. There was one called the Delport's giant gecko that could reach up to over 2 feet long. Now this guy here is a male, so he's probably only about a foot long. We get females that are almost twice his size. Could you imagine how crazy that would be to see a giant gecko even bigger than this? One of my favorite things about these guys is how crazy cool that their skin feels. It's like nothing I've ever felt before. It's actually really soft. It just gives them such a cool velvety look. I'm telling you what, these guys truly are amazing. Now we're gonna go to the Asian water monitor. Now Elvis is such an amazing creature. These guys have actually been on the earth 65 million years. And honestly, if you look at them, you can tell they are definitely a true dinosaur. The intelligence that these monitors have unrivals no other. It is just so amazing. Their problem-solving skills, how smart they are for just doing things and figuring out things and how they work, as well as even just honestly figuring out people and other animals. These guys not only dominate land, but they can also dominate in the water. They swim super fast and can hold their breath for pretty long periods of time. These have been around for a long time, and those are just some of the reasons why. And while this has been around for a very long time, nowhere near as long as our oldest ones, which have been 600 million years old. But we're not quite there yet. All right, guys, now we're here with our rhino iguana. These guys have been around for 65 million years as well, which is crazy, but also, is it? Look at them. They literally are a living dinosaur. To the scales, to the claws, to even these really cool horns. So obviously this is part of how they got their name, is for their cool horns that they have right on their nose. These guys come from the island of Hispaniola, and this is our female Dixie, and it's really crazy cool. They're obviously getting old enough now to where you can really tell the difference just by looking at them with the sexes. So look at her really quick and we'll show you the difference with Diddy. Hi. And over here is Diddy Kong, and you can definitely tell the difference here with him. He's got a much larger head, and honestly, as crazy as it is, the horns are more pronounced on the female than the male's nose. How crazy is that? Normally it's the opposite. Now we're gonna talk about the black-tip reef sharks. These guys have been around 50 to 70 million. They are amazing creatures that have amazing capabilities. They're one of a few creatures that can actually tolerate shallow, warm lagoons. And another amazing thing is their pups are born fully developed and ready to hunt on their own. Next up, we have red-eared sliders. These turtles actually have been around 80 to 90 million years, which is insane. Now, sometimes, obviously, you get some crazy ones like these guys, but most of them only have one head. But believe it or not, these guys are actually one of the most invasive species because so many people have these as pets and they release them into the wild. That is never a good thing for anybody to do. Now we have our alligator snapping turtle, Bowser. Now he is just amazing. The coolest thing about these is they have a built-in lure. I'm sure you guys have seen, they actually have a little tongue that sticks out that actually attracts the fish. It literally looks just like a worm. How cool is that? He doesn't have to rely on nature. He has all he needs in his own mouth. Another amazing thing about these, they are the largest freshwater turtle in existence. These guys have been on the planet for 90 million years. Moving on to probably one of the most iconic snakes ever, our green anaconda ivy. These guys have been around for 100 million years. These guys are definitely the heaviest bodied snake in the world, along with the fact that females do get a lot larger than males. Because of the size of these guys, they have been known to take down some very large prey items, which, keeping that in mind, you guys stay tuned because we've got a really good surprise for you coming up on Thanksgiving. Now moving on to reticulated pythons. These guys have been around 100 million years. The cool thing about these guys is they are known to be the longest species of snake. They can get upwards of 20 feet long. They are also known to be very, very good swimmers and have been found miles out at sea. These guys are amazing, strong, and definitely a beautiful, beautiful animal. You're not gonna find one that looks like him out in the wild, but in captivity, retics now can come in abundance of different colors and sizes. Male is a male, that means he's gonna be much smaller than a female. These tend to be sexual dimorphic, where females get quite a bit larger. And our big girl Blondie here is actually 20 feet long, and she's probably still not done growing. Now we're over with our Aldabra tortoise. And yes, she is definitely one of my favorites. These guys have been around for 150 million years. That is insane. But honestly, when you look one right in the eyes, you can tell these guys are old souls. The cool thing about them is they also have a very long lifespan. These guys have been known to live up to 150 years. That is really crazy. They're definitely one of the largest species of tortoise. I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty amazing. They definitely are very smart, very intelligent, and have the ability to actually know the differences between different people and animals. Now, another amazing thing we have here are alligator gars. These guys have been around 100 to 150 million years. A really cool fact with these guys is that their scales are so tough, they've actually been used as arrowheads. They are also a survivor. So these guys can actually survive in very low oxygenated water, which is not something that a lot of fish are able to do. This guy here is Olaf, and let me tell you, he is the cutest little thing and has the best personality. He does exactly what he does there to every guest that comes. He just kind of peeks around the corner, says hi, hoping for a little treat actually. And there he comes. Next up we have sturgeon, which we have a few really cool types here. And these guys have actually stayed the same for over 200 million years, which is crazy. And it actually kind of makes them a living fossil. And you want to know another really cool, crazy fact? You can actually catch a wild sturgeon in Detroit. That's crazy. Now we're here with our American alligator salt. These guys have been around 200 to 250 million years. but that's not as old as the 600 million years old animal that's coming up. And they look like they have. They're amazing predatory animals. They have these cool ISO sensors that are on their mouth that can detect ripples in the water from very far away. These guys are extreme hunters and have some of the largest bite force that you can find anywhere. Another super cool thing we have here are horseshoe crabs. These guys have been around for 450 million years. And honestly, I'm not surprised. These things have a crazy armor on them and look like they could survive a world war, right? A really cool fact about these guys is they actually have blue blood. That is insane. And we use that blood to test for contaminants on medical equipment. How crazy is that? Another really cool thing is they actually have 10 eyes. And sometimes some of those eyes can actually see UV. That's insane. And now we are ready for the grand reveal of what that 600 million year old animal is. The oldest living being, from 500 to 600 million years old. That's right, it's the jellyfish. These crazy creatures actually don't have a brain, heart, or any organ. Crazy how they can even exist. And some of them actually are thought of to even be immortal because they can actually revert into a different phase of life when they need to. Now let's just take a moment and truly really digest what amazing, crazy creatures these guys are. And there you guys have it, the full tour of the most ancient, amazing animals that we have here at the LegaSea Aquarium and Reptarium. Why don't you guys go ahead, drop a like, drop a comment, tell me what is your favorite of the oldest, craziest animals that we have here.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.